Welcome, football fans. You're live. Third down with Morgan Holder. I am the handsome one, Morgan.
Okay, and I'm Holder. Welcome to the show, handsome Morgan.
That's right. I'm the handsome one. I'm the handsome one.
You make it.
This show's going to be awesome. I can't wait. So I'm going to start it off really good by giving a shout out to Undisputed with one of the greatest tight ends ever and ever played, Sharon Sharp. First take with the best sports analyst and Stephen A. And Good Morning Football, the best breaking news football show out there.
Now you want to do Good Morning Football.
It's been like that for like 3 shows, big guy.
Yeah, you should have started that off at the beginning of the podcast when we first started. It was Mike and Mike for like 9 weeks of the season.
First of all, Mike and Mike is good. Okay, I don't care who you are. Mike and Mike is good. Either you like Mike and Mike or you eat cotton candy. One of the two.
And from what I understand, you like cotton candy. So
I hate cotton candy.
I'd like to send my shouts out to the Pivot show because it's up close and personal with the athletes and the coaches.
Mm.
And you know who the host of that show is. I don't even have to introduce that. Speak for yourself. Acho has the lovely Joy Taylor on that show now. And get up. There's another show out there that I wanted to send a shout out to, but since the season is over, I'll use it next year. But hey, I'll have something for you for this week. I'm going to start this show out with a joke for you.
Go for it.
It's not a football joke, but it has to do with working out, okay?
You got jokes already.
Yes, Morgan. Why did the chicken go to the gym?
So you can get choked out? I don't know.
To work on his pecs.
That is stupid but funny.
That's hilarious. Come on.
Oh, that is stupid but funny. Oh my God, Holder.
A good friend of mine, and she told me that joke, and I couldn't stand up anymore.
Holder, it wasn't even that funny, but it was funny but stupid. I didn't die laughing. I mean, that's how stupid it was. That is a dad joke, by the way, Holder. A dad joke.
Okay, so what do you call a cow with 3 legs?
A cow with 3 legs. I don't know.
Lean beef. Come on.
Holder, I love you, so I'm not going to dog you on the show. But what I am going to do is start the show off because it's football related. That is not football related. You are something else.
Okay. One more. A cow with no legs.
A kneeless cow.
Ground beef. Oh my God. You're killing me.
You are going to cow hell for that.
I know why you don't want me to say any jokes, because clearly you have beef with me.
You know what? I will have next week. We got beef together because next week is going to be a show that me and you are probably going head to head. We're going to butt heads really bad next week, and I guarantee you that.
Doing that all season.
No, next week is going to be worse. And at the end of the show, I'm going to explain why. But I'm going to start off. Why did the Saints? What's going on over there in New Orleans? Derek Carr is not the guy they need. I don't know what they're doing, but Derek Carr.
You said he was decent.
He's not worth 140 mil.
I know that.
Maybe 50, and that's a good way of saying maybe. But he's not going to get you to Super Bowl. He's not going to get you to the playoffs, maybe but one game. He can't win. And here's the thing. He might not win games in the cold, which is good because New Orleans is in the dome. But say if they go against Buffalo and it's cold. Is he going to win? Hell no, he ain't going to win. He can't win in cold, and it proves.
It doesn't even have to be, it could be the Giants. It could be.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
I forgot about the Giants.
Minnesota's softened up. It could be against Green Bay.
Well, hold on. Time out. Minnesota has a dome. They didn't get soft. They're just smart. Okay?
They softened up.
But even
they were winners when they had outdoor games. They were winning football games.
Shit, Holder, they still win. and it could be against Washington. But here's the thing. Here's why I don't understand. What New Orleans they need help on the defensive end. They also need a line. Bringing in a quarterback with no line, hopefully they draft some linemen. I don't know, but that's kind of stupid. Just draft a quarterback.
Okay. I'm going to look at it this way. I agree with you. He's not worth $140 million. No way, no how. He shouldn't be anything over 70, honestly. But he is an upgrade from what they had.
Yeah, with Jameson Winston. Yeah, I'll give you that.
He is an upgrade. What they should have did was gave him a year contract and then let him prove himself.
But Andy Dalton wasn't bad. He's old, but he's not bad. He ran.
Andy Dalton was.
He won him some games. You can't say he didn't.
Andy Dalton was traumatized for being in the AFC North. Okay.
for seeing that Pittsburgh defense. Is that what you're going to say?
That division, you take a beating. I mean, honestly, if they let Lamar Jackson go, it would be a load off of his chest to go to another division.
Well, that's going to be a whole different story for next week because I'm glad you brought that up. I'm gonna cover that next week because I know we're going to talk about a different thing next week with our teams, and that's going to be one topic I'm going to talk about. I can't wait. Holder, it's going to be awesome. That's what I'm saying. Me and you going to bump heads. But this week, we might bump heads, but I get what you're saying. Andy Dalton did but
well, he didn't do that great with Chicago either. They wouldn't have let him go if he was gone.
That's true. You're right. Look, I can't argue there. You are right about that. I'm just saying they should give him a little bit more time. Don't go in and spend $140 million on an okay quarterback. Well, and I say okay as a good way, by the way.
Chicago is like the Cleveland of the NFC, okay? Chicago, a quarterback that goes through Chicago, with the exception of one, Jim McMahon.
Their careers are done.
That's flopped. Yeah, flopped.
But here's the thing, Holder, and you can clarify this. You can say I'm wrong or I'm not wrong. Kirk Cousins, he's better than Derek Carr, right?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
Derek Carr is mobile.
Okay, I'll give you that. But here's the thing: would you give Kirk Cousins $140 million over Derek Carr?
I don't know if you looked at his stats, his accuracy isn't that bad, dude. He's a pretty decent quarterback.
Carr has good He's had good receivers through his whole career. What has he done? Nothing.
But the 1 year that he was going to go to the Super Bowl, that he could have, he broke his ankle.
Yeah, he did. I'll give you that. I
think they only lost one game that season.
They did.
And he was, I was actually pulling for him because, what was his brother's name?
David Carr, who played for Houston Texans.
David Carr was terrible.
Oh, God.
And Derek was actually correcting the Carr name, basically saying that we are talented. But, in all honesty, David Carr was with a crappy team, I guess.
Yeah, Houston sucked. Even though they had, was Andre Johnson or... They had him.
They were winners then. They had Johnson and that running back. Was it Foster? I think it was
Foster. Yeah. And they had what on the defensive end, they had what, Brian Cush or something like that. They had J.J. Watt, of course.
They had Cushing, J.J. Watt. Matter of fact, J.J. Watt and Cushing are brother-in-law.
I did not know that. That's an interesting topic. That is really interesting. You know what? You could have kept that for next year on our show, but that's an interesting fact. And when I say that,
what are we talking about today? The AFC East and the NFC East, right?
Yeah, today's going about AFC East. So we're going to start off with AFC East. Buffalo.
There's loads to talk about with those two divisions.
Oh man, and we can go on I know it was an hour show, but if we needed to, we could always go on about any team in football. But right now, we're going to start off with AFC East. Buffalo, 13-3 this year. Diggs already asked for a trade. What's going on? And not to mention, we don't know what's going to happen next year. We don't know what they're going to do in the offseason. But, Holder, do you think Buffalo would be 13-3 next year?
No. Here's the thing. Here's what's going on in Buffalo. They gave Josh Allen that huge contract, remember? And now they're facing cap issues.
Oh, definitely.
They have to buy Diggs leaving, wanting to trade. He hasn't left. But by him wanting to trade, that can relieve them of a lot of cap space. And Edmonds, I think he's leaving too.
Oh, I think he's going to leave. And he's not. Edmonds ain't bad. Edmonds is pretty good. They gave Von Miller all that money, too, as well. He's over there.
Yeah.
Von
Miller. I mean, that team is in a financial crush right now, and because of it, see, and that's the thing. When you give a guy a huge contract, it affects the rest of the team. That's why you give him that contract, because you want to win the big game right now.
Not 10 years later. You want to do it now.
Yeah. If you don't, then it's going to break the team apart.
I mean,
some years down the road.
And don't get me wrong, they need. I like Singletary, but he's not the best running back. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot that needs worked over there. A lot, and I say that in a good way, but it's a train wreck over there. Honestly, it's a train wreck.
But when you think about Buffalo, what do you think about? You don't think about the running game.
No, passing game.
Right.
It's been a passing game. Even when Jim Kelly was over there, it was passing game. So even with
I don't know. Thurman was pretty.
Thurman was good. Thurman was good. I give you that, but it was always been a passing game though. It's been what. So.
I mean, Buffalo is Buffalo. Buffalo didn't win when they needed to,
and they won't now.
And now it's they're going to fall apart. I don't think. Here's what I was thinking, and correct me if I'm wrong. As long as we're talking about the East, with what's going on in Baltimore, think about how much stronger Miami could be if they could get.
And I'm glad you brought that up, because Miami's going to be the next topic we'll talk about in the East. So if Miami, if they went out of the way, because we don't know if Tua can play or not, I think she called it done. If I was Miami, I would give up draft picks to get Lamar Jackson. I would.
Yeah.
Because him and Tyreek Hill
needs to win right now.
Oh, definitely. And you got to think
everything except a quarterback.
Exactly. Miami, if they have Tyreek Hill over there, they have Mike. I mean, they got tight end Mike Gesicki, what his name is. If he stays, that team will be lit on offense. Will be lit.
And the defense is pretty good.
Defense, yeah. I mean, it's definitely pretty good. But here's the thing: could Lamar Jackson prove that he's a passing quarterback? Because he don't need to run over there. Because he's so used to running. How's that going to work when you have a good receiver? That's going to be a question.
Well, that's the thing. You got to prove it. I mean, and that's why.
And I feel like he could prove it.
Interested in Lamar, right? There's a lot of teams that's not. There's only a handful of teams that are willing to go out and give up a couple of first round picks, and they're saying they're asking only 2 first rounders. 2.
That's it.
Lamar is worth 3.
I think he's worth 4, to be honest. But yeah, he's definitely worth 3. I mean, he's MVP caliber still. He's only 26.
But see, okay, so what's the excuse? Now, I'm going to give you this because this has been your argument about Lamar Jackson. So when he goes, if he went to Miami.
If he went to Miami's Super Bowl contenders right now.
He's got weapons in Miami, right?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Super Bowl contenders.
So if he doesn't,
then it's on him.
In Miami,
it's on him. It's on him. There's no excuses. It's on him. No excuses.
Exactly, because Tua was running that ship like, I mean,
and honestly,
concussions happen.
Nothing against Tua, but I think Lamar Jackson is 10 times better than Tua.
Oh, he is. But that's what I'm saying. Tua was running that ship like,
Now,
until his concussions.
But here's a question I'm going to ask you, Holder. Here's the thing I'm going to ask you. If they get Lamar Jackson to Miami, Tua, do you think they should cut him or do you think they would trade him?
Do you think Tua would want to play the heck up?
I mean, again, I don't think Tua is ready to play again. I think he should retire. How many concussions did he have back to back?
He's still on a rookie deal, right?
Yeah.
So, push come to shove, they don't pick up his fifth-year option. He's free to go, right? So that's the worst-case scenario. They keep whoever was backing up to, which was what's his
Teddy
name?
Bridgewater.
Bridgewater.
Mm-hmm. Or even that Skylar Thompson.
Either or, but Tua is expendable.
And here's the thing what I would do if I was Miami. If I want Lamar Jackson, trade 3 draft picks and Tua to Baltimore for Lamar Jackson. That's what I would do.
That's a lot, dude.
It'd be worth it because again, Tua's he already proved that he gets hit in the head, he gets concussions easily. You know what I mean? So he already proved that.
And you're getting 2 for 1, really, because Lamar Jackson is accustomed to playing in cold weather.
Exactly. And he's a dual threat. He could throw, he could run. I mean, he could do it all. So
and that's the knock on teams that play in good weather.
In good weather. Yep. You're right.
So, Lamar can go both ways, because, come on. On the East Coast, well, at least the northern East Coast, it is freezing. Well, I'm not a big Lamar Jackson fan, probably because he was in our division, but he has to prove, okay, he got MVP one time because nobody was prepared for him, right? There wasn't film, all this other stuff, and he hasn't returned to MVP status since then.
Right.
Is that because they didn't have weapons?
I'm gonna say
when he was MVP.
I'm gonna say yeah. I mean, when it was MVP, they didn't have too many weapons. They had Hollywood Brown.
And they had Boykin.
Yeah, they did.
Threat,
they did. And then this year they had Andrews. That was it. Mark Andrews. So.
We'll see. That's what Miami needs.
And I'm going to tell you right now. So, if Miami gets Lamar Jackson, Miami's winning the East. They're coming out of the East on top.
I'll give you that.
Unless we see what happens with the Jets. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But, man, New England. That's a team that put a sour taste in my mouth this year because last year they made the playoffs. And everybody was like, oh, man, it was Bill Belichick, it wasn't Tom Brady. This year they went 8 for 9, got eliminated at the playoffs, below 500. Whose fault is that? And I don't know what you're going to say. You're going to say, well, Mac Jones he was on video last year, now he's on video this year. That's why
Mac Jones and Belichick are butting heads. Okay? Bill Belichick was used to Tom Brady kissing his you-know-what and this and that. Think about it. Belichick, I'll give him points for what? For quitting a day after he was hired by Cleveland. Right? And then he took on New England. So he had a good coaching staff. His offensive coordinator is now the head coach in Las Vegas.
Right.
Right. So he doesn't have that anymore. I still have faith in Mac Jones. I just think that there's a lot more going on there. They're going to be losing some defensive veterans too.
Oh, so definitely.
I think that they're going to be in a rebuilding stage pretty soon.
Oh, I think after next year, I think because What, Mac Jones got, 2 more years on his rookie contract? I'm going to say after next year, they're going to be rebuilding. And I could be wrong.
Yeah. I think they're going to be rebuilding, too, because depending on their cap, I don't know what their cap space looks like, but they got a lot going on out there that they're trying to fix. I mean, because think about it, New England was a team that was a plug and play because they would not draft, but they would acquire the Antonio Browns, the Randy Mosses. What was that other guy's name that was in Cleveland that had a drug problem? Wide receiver.
Josh Gordon.
Gordon. I mean, they went out and they got pieces, right? So they already had the quarterback, they had the running back, they had the defense. So all they were needing was these number one pieces. Now they don't have it. They have more issues than just that plug and play type receiver.
So let me ask you a question. Where do you see New England be next year? Do you think New England's going to be where they're at now, or do you think they're going to be in last?
Yeah, I think they'll finish at the bottom. That division is changing right before everybody dies.
Oh, I agree. Because
if the Jets get what's his name?
Oh, that's what I was going to tell you.
A little bit.
If Jets get Aaron Rodgers and Miami gets Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen will be in third place. Him and Buffalo will be in third place because the Jets and Miami will be right there neck and neck for first and second.
Yeah.
Because the Jets is not a bad team. They need a good quarterback. And Aaron Rodgers could play in cold. He could play in warm weather. He could play in hot weather. And he's still dangerous. Aaron Rodgers is still dangerous. He has a lot to prove still. Even though he's in his 40s, I think Aaron Rodgers is still an elite quarterback.
Yeah.
I think he can give you 2 more great MVP seasons.
Okay. So you're saying he can take the Jets to the playoffs?
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
So you're saying, okay, so your honest opinion, how would you rank those teams at the end of the season if Lamar goes to Miami and Aaron Rodgers goes to the Jets? How do you place those teams at the end of the season for 2023? So,
because I know both of them are going to win. They're not going to be – it's going to be a split, right? Miami and Jets is both going to win a game against each other. I'm going to say – man, I hate to do this. I'm going to say Miami 12-4, second place. Jets 13-3, first place. And the reason why I'm saying that is because the Jets –
Isn't it a 17-game season?
Yeah. What'd you say?
Isn't it a 17-game season?
13-3, that's 16.
Right.
That's what I said. 13-3, just like Buffalo Bills was 13-3. They was 13-3.
17 games.
Oh yeah, because I forgot Buffalo didn't finish that game. So yeah, they would be shoot, man. I'm gonna say 14-2. I forgot Buffalo didn't finish that game.
14-3.
15-2. I said 15-2 is what I said.
15-2.
14-3 for Miami. 15-2 for the Jets. What?
But I'd have them at the top of the. And this is what kills me.
And the reason why I said 15-2 is because the Jets defense is really good.
The Jets are looking to add a safety or somebody on the other side.
Sauce Gardner. And here, hey, you know what? Hear me out when I tell you this.
That's
Eli.
what they're going for in the draft.
Well, I was gonna say Eli Apple is not a bad defensive player. He could play on the other side. He's a good vet. Give him a 1-year contract while you draft somebody in the draft, and it'll be decent. It'll be good. And hear me out when I tell you this.
Eli Apple is a head case, dude. He I don't know. He can cost you some 15-yard penalties.
Yeah, but he's still a good fender though.
I'd go with another rookie. I'd go with another tough rookie.
Eli Apple shut down. Eli Apple shut down Cooper Kupp in the Super Bowl.
If they add 1 or 2 more pieces to
Okay. So here we go. Hear me out when I tell you, because Jalen Ramsey's on the trading block. Will the Jets get him and Aaron Rodgers?
they can afford both of them.
I'm pretty sure they would work something out, somebody's contract, before they get both of them players. So maybe a vet can take a pay cut that's already there because he wants to win, right? If I was the Jets, if I was on the Jets, I want to win, and I'm a vet, I would take a pay cut to get those two guys.
You would have to restructure more than one contract.
I'm just saying
to get that, and then if you don't win, now you fall into that big cap thing. Now the Jets. The only thing is
because you already know Aaron Rodgers is going to.
That team is driven on rookie play. There's a lot.
That's true, and I'm a big Viking fan, but I don't see. I know we released him, but even Hendricks is inside. He's a linebacker who can help out the Jets on that end as well. So, and he's very affordable. So, give him the max. Give him a vet contract.
He's getting old though. I think they let him go not for cap reasons, and he was getting old, but he was still effective.
Oh man, he led the team in tackles for 8 seasons. So yeah, he was a threat. But I mean, again, and I can't believe I'm talking good things about the Jets because I don't like anybody from New York. I don't like any team from New York, and I can't believe I'm talking highly of the Jets. But they get Aaron Rodgers, that team.
You don't like any team.
Besides Minnesota, but
I know you don't like any team.
But the Jets, man, the Jets would be really, really good, like elite team. And with that being said, I will trade Zach Wilson still on his rookie contract. Trade Zach Wilson. Sign Mike White to another two years to back up Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
Trade Zach Wilson. Trade Zach Wilson and some draft picks for Aaron Rodgers. Come on.
Okay, well, that's the thing. Aaron Rodgers is aging, and they have to win now.
That's what I'm saying.
Right? So, they have to win
because here's the thing.
If they don't win.
I'm pretty sure Green Bay will.
Rodgers? Are you giving Rodgers a 2 or 3 year deal or a 1 year deal?
I will give him 2, and if he does good for 2 years, maybe give him another year, and after that, ask him, hey, what are you going to do? You going to retire? You going to play? Because I don't think we can afford you anymore. You give us three great seasons, but you're aging now. You're no longer an elite quarterback, and draft somebody. Because by then you'll have like Justin Fields that's going to be a free agent. You have you have a lot of talent free agents that's coming out after that 3rd year for Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
and I know you don't want me to talk about, but even Pickett Kenny Pickett would be, he will come out there, and I know Pittsburgh ain't gonna let that happen, but I'm just saying, he's one of the guys that his contract would be up too. So
no, he's not going.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying though. I'm giving you, the ideals of what can happen, what can play out.
Well, I mean, if you want to do that.
Even Trevor Lawrence, even though I know Jacksonville ain't going to let Trevor Lawrence go, but Trevor Lawrence's contract would be right there too. So, again, the Jets can play out a lot of things. If they're a winning team, guess what? They're going to get a lot of people wanting to go to that team because guess what? Now they're winning.
Yeah, I think be a little more consistent. I think the Jets, I picked them in some pretty key games. There were games that I should have picked them. That they also won, but
it's gonna be a different year next year. If everything plays out right in the offseason, next year is gonna be a different year, and it's gonna be a head scratch. Like, shoot, man, should we pick this team, especially in that division?
So if Lamar was there, you would have Miami second.
Oh,
at the end of the season.
Yeah,
is that what you were saying?
Yeah,
so
Jets 15-2,
Buffalo.
Miami 14-3. So I would have Jets, Miami, Buffalo, New England. Sorry, Josh Allen, but
it'd be weird Buffalo to be in 3rd. But you know what?
Nothing against Josh Allen. I don't think the Buffalo Bills is going to be built to beat 2 great quarterbacks in that division. I just don't see it.
Not like that. I mean, because that division would be.
And you got to think Buffalo play those teams twice.
Yeah.
And Buffalo barely beat New York the second game. So
what does Buffalo need? What does Buffalo need?
Man, I think they need a line.
You're saying they need another running back.
They do. I would say a running back, maybe a tackle or guard.
There has been talk. There has been talk about the Titans trading
Henry. Henry's getting there in age. Buffalo. Look,
So
Buffalo owner, if you hear me right now, don't do it. No, Henry's up there in age. I wouldn't. And running backs only last 10 seasons, and he's already played I think 9 or 9. So no.
6. I would say 6 to be their healthiest, and then they start to decline.
Henry's already declining. He got hurt last year, hurt before. No, I would not do it. No.
I don't know. I think it would be a good thing
to
get Henry.
No.
I think it would.
And another reason why I'm saying no is because
replace Diggs. So how do they replace Diggs? Do they do it through free agency, like with an Evan?
If I was Buffalo, this is what I will do. Because Diggs is still good. He's a crybaby, but he's still good. I'll trade Diggs. Trade him for a second and third round pick. You can sign Mike Evans, even Robbie Anderson, who got released today by the Cardinals. Sign him. That way you have a good vet and you have somebody who's flexible on money with Robbie Anderson, right? And then maybe draft a good receiver.
What about a D-Hop?
D-Hop's want a lot of money, but yeah, of course, get D-Hop. I mean, depending on how their cap space is, you can get D-Hop and you can get Mike Evans. And then if that happens, then we'll talk about how good Buffalo could be.
Right, because then you'd have three teams with good talent.
Exactly. But whose defense is going to be better?
That'd be a pretty tight division. I think defense would have to win that division.
Oh, definitely. And the Jets have one of the best defensive backs in that division in Sauce Gardner. I know he's young. He has a lot to prove to, though, but he's a Pro Bowler his rookie year. He's going to be amazing. So
yeah,
the Jets can get another defensive back. And the Buffalo did get Mike Evans and D-Hop. I still think the Jets could shut down both the receivers.
So there's no immediate relief for New England.
Oh, definitely not. Nothing against New England fans. I'm sorry, guys, but New England needs a lot to work with. They need a new line. I want to say some defensive pieces. They definitely need a running back. Matt Jones isn't bad, but give him some weapons to work with. And then we'll talk.
Yeah. I think.
But right now,
I always say, when I was college, Mac Jones was the man, but he had weapons.
He did.
Whether it was college, more weapons than he has now.
Oh, hands down, definitely,
right?
Definitely.
But okay, so that basically sums up the AFC East thing, right? So moving to the NFC East.
Oh man, Philadelphia.
Another situation.
Philadelphia is going to be. Here's my take on Philly.
Problems.
Philadelphia, they're not going to be in first place next year. I hate to say it. Sorry, Philadelphia fans, but yeah, they have to let go of a lot of pieces. They gave A.J. Brown all that money last year.
We're talking to Javon Hargrave. We're trying to get him back. And he's a free agent. He
wants to win. He wants to win now, and he's going to go to a good team that's going to win. And I hate to say this, but Pittsburgh would be a good fit for him.
Well, he came from Pittsburgh. We let him go.
That's what I'm saying. Pittsburgh would be a good fit because he knows that playbook.
Now, you know what else is in the wind? Lamar Jackson.
Yep, that's what I was going to say. But Philadelphia don't need Lamar Jackson. Philadelphia has Jalen Hurts.
A lot of work to do in Washington. So Philly. So who wins the division?
Man,
are you going to bend over backwards and say Dallas?
Hell no, no. Prescott showed me he cannot win the big games, and that means he cannot win the division. I hate to say this, but I'm gonna have to go with the Washington Commanders. I think the Washington Commanders can win that division.
A.J. Brown went on to say if Philly, which I can't see, if they don't give him the money that he wants.
Well, they already did last year. They signed him, I think, 4 years for it was stupid ridiculous. It was like 170 or something like that.
So, but why would they do that? They didn't know what his value was.
I don't know, but they
already give him a contract.
I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna double check, but I'm pretty sure.
Because he's still on his rookie contract. I think it was last year his 5th year or 4th year.
Yeah, I'm sorry. In May of 2022, the Eagles signed A.J. Brown to a 4-year, $100 million extension. He won't be a free agent until after the 2026 season.
A.J. Brown, I'm talking about Hurt.
Oh, it's what Jalen Hurt. Jalen Hurt. Okay, my bad. I thought you said Brown. My bad. I'm sorry. I do apologize for that. It was my fault. I didn't hear you right.
Getting old, Morgan. You're getting old.
I would say Jalen Hurt is in hand. Because here we go. If you get Derek Carr 4-year, $170 million, Jalen Hurt is way better than Derek Carr.
Well, okay. So let's just put this out there now. The league identified that the Deshaun Watson deal was a big mistake.
Oh, it was huge. That was a huge mistake.
They're not going to let any more deals like that go down. So if they're going to do like the $230 million, it's not going to be guaranteed.
I don't think Jalen Hurt's worth that much. I'm sorry, Eagle fans. I don't see Jalen Hurt worth that much.
Because Watson set the standard for quarterbacks. Now, I agree with you that Jalen Hurts isn't worth that much. What would you price Jalen Hurts?
Man, just because of Derek Carr getting a contract, and to me, Jalen Hurts is way better. If it wasn't for that Derek Carr contract, I would say give Jalen Hurts $90 million for 3 years.
So you're saying they have to at least give him 140 plus.
Absolutely,
because of the Carr deal.
Because Derek Carr. So I would say 140, 150 around that way. Maybe 3 years.
Okay.
And that's being nice. Do what?
Nowhere beyond 150 million.
No, he's not worth it. I don't think any quarterback is worth that much because they can get hurt, and guess what? Once you get hurt, the career could be done. And that's any player, not just a quarterback, any player. And when you get hurt, guess what? The team's sitting on that money because you're on that contract.
Right, and it's I don't think, like you said, any player should be given that much guaranteed money.
I'll tell you what.
You guarantee him $70 million.
I will tell you what. I would say guarantee $60 million. And then if he goes to the playoffs, an extra 30. If he wins the Super Bowl, an extra 50.
Dude, that's insane.
I'm just saying.
You're way up. Okay. So let's say his contract is $150 million.
If it's 150, that's it right there. Nothing else.
You guarantee him 60.
I will guarantee him 70.
Right. Okay, so you guarantee him 70 over whatever the extension of his contract is.
Right.
That's money that's going straight to the bank. Everything else is going to come to him as long as he finishes off that contract. Yeah, they get bonuses and all that.
And that's why I said the Super Bowl, because I don't think he's going back to the Super Bowl. I don't think Jalen Hurts would go. I don't think he's going back to the Super Bowl. And that's why I said that.
I agree. If they do,
it's going to be good by the escape of their teeth.
If they're going to take this year, it'll be a miracle.
Oh, definitely. Definitely, because next year people's come back healthy, hungrier. And I know it's going to be next week, but the Lions going to be hungry. Jacksonville's going to be hungry. You got a lot of teams out there that's going to be hungry to win Super Bowl next year.
Well, and those are AFC teams, but see, Dallas is trying to.
The Lions are NFC, but.
But my question is, why would Dallas go after D-Hop if they already have CeeDee Lamb?
Because they want.
He has established himself as a number one receiver.
So it's not about CeeDee Lamb. They don't. Right now, the excuses being made because all Prescott has is CD Lamb. That's all he has. No, it's not all he has. But for that to shut up,
No, it's not.
to shut up all their critics and all the analysts, that's what they want. They want to prove that Prescott's that guy. Prescott's not that guy. Hell, you know what's so sad is that Rihanna's unborn baby has been to Super Bowl more times than Dallas has, and before Dallas.
You went there.
I did. I did.
You went. Okay, so
I'm just saying.
So you don't have the Eagles winning in the division.
No. I hate to say it, but no. I think Washington.
You don't have Dallas winning the division.
No.
So you're saying either the Giants or Washington.
Here's my take. The Giants show me a little improvement, but Washington next year, everybody's coming back healthy. You have Chase Young coming back. You have McLaren coming back. Look, all they need is a quarterback. Give them a quarterback, they're going to take the rings, and they're going to win that division. Mark my words.
Now, what if, what options do they have a quarterback? They have Lamar.
They have Lamar.
Pretty much the Jets are.
I'm gonna say Aaron Rodgers is off the market because that's Jets had been over talking about Aaron Rodgers for the past 2 weeks, and right now they're in Las Vegas talking to him, or in California talking to him. So right now Aaron Rodgers is off the market. So with that being said, you have and you got Derek Carr's off the market. So I mean, the only options out there for what?
You have Fields.
Fields is one.
You don't have Rodgers. You have Fields.
You have Fields. You
Jackson.
have Lamar Jackson. You even got the rookies coming in. And I want to say Washington has like a top 10 pick. So,
I can't believe Geno Smith is off the market. Why did they
my God. We had to go there. Geno Smith.
It's a whole nother show. It's a whole nother show.
No, because we're already talking about that division. But Geno Smith getting the money he got for 3 years, it's ridiculous. He had one good season. One good season.
Not worth it.
Pardon my French. Hell no. No.
Even all the hype you gave him, and he did leave the league. And
I gave him that hype because I knew he only did it for 1 year. I couldn't believe it. It was amazing. He can't do it next year. He can't do it next year. He can't do it next year. Watch. Next year they're gonna be in last. But that's a different topic.
With that being said, you gave him a contract. Do you still go out and get a quarterback?
Hell yeah. Yeah.
I agree.
He's what, 33, 34? I mean, so yeah.
I agree.
But going back to Washington.
Okay, so, yeah, go back to Washington.
Going back to Washington, I mean, it showed what? Tyler Higley, is that his name? The quarterback that played.
Higbee, yeah.
He did really well with that team. He got hurt. I mean, so it shows, hey, if you get a quarterback that's really good, or it's close to being good, they're going to win games. And then
okay, so if they get Lamar Jackson, do you keep Higbee as a backup and groom him some more? Because he would be a hell of a replacement if Jackson got hurt.
No, because here's my thing. He showed that he could be a quarterback to start.
He could be, but so can Cooper Rush.
That's true. That is true.
So
but
you have.
I forgot about. But here's the thing. I don't think Dallas would let Cooper Rush. Well, he's a free agent. So yeah, Cooper Rush would be a good fit for Washington too.
Is he a free agent this year? Yeah, I guess.
I think so. And if it's the case, he'd be a good fit.
No.
He'd be a good fit. I mean, he would cost less than Lamar Jackson. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Well, yeah, teams.
And here's the thing: if they get Cooper Rush, would you go after the likes of Mike Evans or D-Hop? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, get him weapons. Hell yeah. I mean, if you got a guy that you're not going to be paying a lot of money for, that's talented.
And not to mention, you can go get Bobby Wagner.
Get him weapons.
You can go get Bobby Wagner for defense or Jalen Ramsey too. So yeah, because you're saving money because you got a quarterback who's not a lot of money. So yeah, definitely.
So there's a chance that Commanders could win the NFC.
Oh, there's a big chance they could. Big chance. And you know, I love Chase Young, and you know that. I'm a big Chase Young fan. When he comes back, I know his ACL tear. He's not going to be the same. He's not going to be explosive, but he's still going to be dangerous. He's still going to be dangerous.
Oh yeah.
He's not doing a lot of running because he's come off the line. So it's not like he's. I mean, but it's doing those moves, the swim moves, to try to get away from the blocker. But it's still he's not going to be. I get he's not going to be explosive, but he's still going to be dangerous.
Yeah.
And I think
I don't count him out of anything.
And I think that's why he didn't actually play this year. Yeah, they took him off injured reserve, but he didn't play no games this year. And I think why is because he wanted to come back stronger for next year.
True. I was trying to check the free agency list, and I didn't see. And I was going, like you do. You trust the NFL app to give you that information, but I don't know if Cooper Rush is a free agent.
If he's not, that's.
Yeah, I think with Cooper Rush,
even with you know what? Even if they go get Jimmy G would be a low expensive quarterback. Jacoby Brissett.
I don't have faith in those guys. Jimmy G more, but I don't.
Even Sam Darnold, because Sam Darnold brought life to Carolina.
But are they the long-term answer?
You know what? And hear me when I tell you this. Here's the thing. Because the coach that got over there, offensive coordinator now, came from Kansas City. I think that could be a long-term situation if they get that quarterback because he's a hell of a coach.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you have Mike Sanders, who's a free agent, so that could hurt the Eagles if he leaves.
Yeah, and what you call it, Bieniemy he has to prove his colors.
And you know what? Going back, I know we're on NFC, but going back to AFC, I didn't know this now, but Devin Singletary is a free agent for Buffalo, so that could hurt Buffalo too.
Yeah, because they're taking cap hits this year.
And
they gave not Jared, but they gave Josh Allen all that money.
Oh, definitely. And if I was the Commanders, I know you don't need a running back because you got a good one. But, man, Kareem Hunt's a free agent. Alexander Madison's a free agent from Minnesota. You got Jerick McKinnon, a free agent from the Chiefs. And there's a lot of veteran players out there who's not wanting a lot of money that you can go get. You have Mikael Hardman's a free agent.
This is going to be one of the craziest off seasons.
Oh man, and you know who? If anybody needs a good receiver that can get you, 3 to 4 yards, Darius Slayton's right there. He's not explosive, but he can catch.
Yeah, he's dependable.
So, I mean, it goes to show you that there's some good players that's not going to ask for a lot of money. It's out there in free agency right now. Orlando Brown, the Chiefs offensive tackle. He's a free agent. So if you need an offensive, there you go. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah. We're in the market. We're in the market for a tackle, but I think we'll fill that void through free agency.
Hey,
I think we would draft because
since we're on
a cornerback.
Since we're on a kick of NFC East, Javon Hargrove is a free agency, and that was the Eagles' defensive tackle. If he leaves Philadelphia's defense is going to stink. I think it was hard to hold that defense.
And we're going to get him. I got a good feeling. We're going to get him and Bud Dupree. But we're not talking about the AFC North.
That could be even the edge rusher, man. Marcus Davenport's a free agent for the Saints. I mean, Frank Clark for the Chiefs. I mean, there's so many players that you can get that's not going to cost you a lot of money. That's going to save you some cap space for the next couple of years.
Well, I feel like Seattle needs to spend a lot of money to be in contention in that division.
Oh, definitely. But will they?
Because they have nothing. I don't know how they got as far as. I think they had a good running game last year.
Like looking at all this, man, the Eagles got a lot of defensive players that helped them get to where they got to go. That's free agencies.
So no Geno Smith repeat season.
No, negative, right. Boss.
And you feel strongly about that. Now you did hype Geno Smith.
Oh, I feel great about it. I hyped him up because I helped him out. I hyped him up because like, who expected Geno Smith to do what he's doing? You know what I mean? Nobody expected him to have the season he had. Nobody expected him to go over 3,000 yards passing.
Yeah, I certainly didn't. And I'm sure I wasn't alone. And that was a big question. Because everybody thought that they were just going to ride out Geno Smith with you.
Oh, definitely.
If that was the case, they just ride with him until the draft. Because this was a quarterback-rich draft. But they gave him that contract back.
Oh, and they had, Drew Lock or whatever? Like, I thought he was going to start next year over Geno Smith. Man, it blew my mind when I seen that. I was like, holy, he got signed for that much? Is he worth it?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't rate Geno Smith with Jameis Winston, but they're not too far apart. For me. I mean, that's just my point of view. Because Jameis Winston, when he's hot, right?
Right. Same thing with Geno Smith?
He stinks. Yeah. Same thing. So, now, if you look at it, Seattle kind of can't, because they didn't offer him money other quarterbacks are getting. So they didn't really go too far overboard. But I still think they should have got, because Drew Lock was in Denver?
Yeah, he was Denver, got traded with that Russell Wilson trade.
So, and then who else did they get? They got the tight end too, right?
Yeah, because remember I was Noah Fant. I was like, holy man, I can't believe Denver did that. So see how that's good pieces. They just need a good quarterback.
So do you think there's going to be a controversy?
No.
I mean, do you really think Drew Lock can take that from Geno Smith?
Oh no, because if that was the case, he would have done it before starting last year. No, that's Geno Smith's unless they get somebody better than Geno Smith.
So you tell me, Mr. Stats. I'm hanging this up on. We're gonna base this division on stats.
Oh,
okay,
man.
So from top to bottom, the winner of the division, second, and you know it's possible that what teams can make the playoffs in that division.
3 teams, yeah, 3 teams absolutely can make the playoffs in that division. All right, so, man, I'm going with Washington number 1, Giants 2, Dallas 3rd, Philadelphia last, because Philadelphia is losing so much right now on defense.
Giants 2. So you're saying they're going to give Saquon Barkley an extension?
They franchise tag him, so he's not going nowhere right now. They're trying to work out a deal with him.
What kind of tag did they put on? I mean, he can't talk to other teams right now, right?
No, he can't. And I mean, because and they're trying to work a deal out. So I'm gonna say the deals can probably get done by end of the month.
So with those 2 in place, I think the Giants will need a receiver.
Oh yeah, hands down. And again, they got the cap to go get Mike Evans.
And the defense wasn't terrible.
No, and the reason I got Philadelphia in last, because I don't want people to hate on me, is because again Philadelphia's losing so much on defense, and right now it's free agents. If they sign those guys back, then we'll talk different. But right now, Philadelphia's in last. But yeah, the Giants' defense wasn't terrible.
I mean,
Giants' defense can
they're
work.
definitely a cap casualty. They just.
And the reason why I got Dallas in third.
More rookies.
And the reason why I got Dallas in third is because Prescott can't win the big games, and that shows. They barely got second
He
place.
can't win the big game, but he finishes. He has a good regular season, like Tony Romo.
And hear me out when I tell you this, Holder. Washington's defense is going to be better next year with Chase Young, right or wrong. He's coming back healthy.
Oh, you're right.
I think Prescott's going to be running for his life because that line sucks. Not to mention,
Young is like the T.J. Watt. Without him in the game, they suffer.
oh,
When
definitely,
he's in the game, they play a lot better.
definitely. I mean, look what happened. They beat Philadelphia. I don't care what anybody says. They beat Philadelphia with Jalen Hurt playing.
They did. And it was the quarterback.
So yeah, the quarterback beat him.
I mean,
So again, it shows me. And Washington brought in a good coach again. For offense, so I'm going with Washington number one. Sorry, fans, sorry, listeners that who disagrees with me. I'm sorry, but I got to do it.
so Commanders win the division.
Yes,
And you have Seattle last.
Seattle's not in that division, big guy.
Oh, who are we talking? No, wait a minute. We're talking about the East. Okay, so you have the Commanders. You have
The Commanders, you got the Giants, you got Dallas, and you got Philadelphia. Well, the Jets and Giants both play in New York.
The Eagles third. You have Dallas second.
No. I got Dallas third, Giants second, Eagles last.
So Commanders, Giants, Dallas.
And the reason why I got the Giants is because Danny Dime. I mean, he came alive last year, and I think he's going to keep going because he got that big contract.
What did they give him? Did they give him a contract already?
Oh yeah, they already did, and it was amazing. It was like, holy, I can't believe they did that.
It couldn't have been that good. Was it that big of a contract?
Yeah, it was
a 4-year deal.
I'm looking it up right now. It was decent.
So he's in.
He signed a 4-year deal.
So he's in.
Yeah, they gave him $160 million for 4 years, $82 million guarantee.
Okay, so you think he's worth the $82 million guarantee?
No, sorry, Danny Dime. No, I'm gonna have to say at least 40 to 50. I think 80. I think 80.
I don't want you ticking off any fans this show.
And I'm not trying to this show because last show I didn't. This show I don't want to. I want to try to keep it clean and casual. But yeah, he's not worth it. Maybe 50 to.
Okay, so with those rankings in that division, is that going to be a tight division the way it's ranked, or is it going to be the top 2 teams are going to run away with maybe a 3 to 4 game?
I can't tell you right now until after the draft. After the draft, then we'll talk more about that division.
That's a good point. See, normally you put your foot in your mouth, but this time you're going to wait till the draft.
I'll wait till the draft.
Could the draft change the placement though?
Oh, definitely, because there's some good players in that draft. So yeah.
So you're saying if the
Eagles not so much can't change because that defense was stout, and those guys are leaving. So, or they might be leaving, especially with Hartgrove.
The Eagles will stay at the bottom.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow, Morgan, I can't believe you are boldly jumping out there this week.
Sorry, man. I got to call it how it is. I got, it's like a blind man leading the blind. You got to call it how you see it.
Morgan, there are times when I feel like you just don't know football, and there are times like I feel like you just don't know football. If I had to rank that division, I too would pick the Commanders first. I would put Dallas second. No. Commanders first, Giants second, Eagles third.
Okay. So
Dallas last.
So we're almost at the same. Besides, you got Dallas last. I have the Eagles last. Okay.
And I don't think a team can fall apart that badly with free agency loss.
I think so.
I think the Eagles will still be a threat. I just don't think
the defense.
Threat offensively.
The defense is going to suck, man.
Because that defense is not going to be that good.
That defense is going to suck. That's.
The Eagles will have to score a lot of points to win games.
And I don't think they can. I don't think there's teams out there with a hell of a defense. I don't think they're going to score a lot of points against that defense, against teams with good defense.
So do you think that defense is going to give up an average of 20, 21 points a game?
28-31.
Damn, that's a lot of points.
Just because, like I said, they're losing a lot of players. It's going to free agency. We don't know where we're going to end up. We don't know if they're going to come back to Philadelphia.
So you're saying Eagles are going to have to put up 35-plus points a game?
Absolutely. To stay where they was this year. Absolutely. Wow. Right now, people are jumping for joy. They play against the Eagles right now.
Let's get some Eagles fans on board with this, Morgan.
Absolutely.
If they agree.
So,
what you're saying.
It could be the Eagle fans, it could be the NFC East fans, AFC East, I don't care. If you're fans of any team that we talked about today, let us know your thoughts. Please reach out. You can shoot us an email at thirddownwithmorganholder@gmail.com. That's thirddown, 3RD down with morganholder@gmail.com. You get on our YouTube, you leave some comment at this video, and that's Third Down with Morgan Holder. As well, you can shoot us a comment, email, whatever on our Twitter. It's Third Down with Morgan Holder, as well as our Facebook page, Third Down with Morgan Holder. I like comments. Holder likes comments. We want people to interact with us so we'll know what to do next week. We'll also give you a shout out. And please, guys, please, we want you to stay tuned because we got big things coming next season.
We got big things coming. Man, it was a real big mouthful this week. I mean, with the AFC East, that whole division is going to be insane.
Oh, man, especially if Rodgers goes to the Jets, Jackson going to Miami. It's going to, man, my head's about to explode. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm like a fat kid in the candy shop right now.
Oh, my goodness. Would you please focus?
Football season needs to hurry up.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, it's like on the brink of right after the draft.
Oh yeah, because you got rookie training, then
right?
Yeah, rookie training, then you have OTA. Oh man, I'm excited, Holder. You don't know how excited I am. I'm right now trying not to bite my fingers.
Hey, take it easy. Okay?
If you was next to me, you probably slap the shit out of me.
Take it easy. Did you just say that?
I did. Look, shit is not a cuss word.
What is it with you?
Shit is not a cuss word.
What is it with you, man?
Well, I didn't.
I apologize for Morgan.
I didn't.
That is fans whose feelings he hurt today.
I'm just excited, guys. I'm excited.
Curse on our show.
Holder, can I tell them the big things we got coming for next year, please? Can I tell them?
Oh, please. Next year?
Yes.
Can we do next week?
Okay, we can do next week. It's not as fun. Okay, next week, guys.
If you want to give them
No, I'm okay.
a little something for next year. Okay. So next week.
Then next week's show, we'll give them a little taste of next year. So next week, we got my favorite, NFC North. Oh, my God. We're talking about the Minnesota Vikings finally. I was so excited. Can't wait. And we also got the...
You mean Detroit? Finally? I can't wait.
Holder, I love you, so I'm going to say this nicely. Hold your ears when I tell you this. Then we're going to talk about those AFC North leading the way, not the Pittsburgh Steelers, but those Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, right.
That's right.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be because I will have so much.
Oh, I can't wait. I got so much to tell you about next week. Oh my God, Holder, I've been holding out on you this week about the AFC North. I can't wait. So excited.
What do we have? A full month before the draft.
Yes. So guys,
End of April, right?
Yeah, the draft is end of April. Listeners, subscribers, fans, next week it's gonna be our week of our last division topic. I want to know what you guys want us to talk about before the draft. Do you want us to talk about free agencies? Do you want us to talk about teams that who should they get? Talk about cap space? I want to know your thoughts and what we should talk about. So please reach out. Let us know. I'm begging you. I'm ready. I'm ready for someone to jump out at me and say, hey, Sean, talk about my team and what we need. I would love doing that.
Why would anybody ask you?
Because I'm done talking to you right now, Holder. I'm done. You know what, Holder?
You know how blunt you are.
I'm very blunt, but it's okay. People like blunt. Holder, you bleed. You know what, Holder? You beat around the bush. I don't. I'm coming straight for the jugular. Okay. I'm sorry if I make a kid cry. Make a kid cry. Who cares?
I don't beat around the bush. I am not a Dak Prescott fan, and I'm sure there are a lot of people in Dallas that would rather have Cooper Rush starting.
He's not going to be there much longer.
I'm a true believer of that. I'm a true believer.
If I was Dallas, and before we end this show, if I was Dallas, I would go after Lamar Jackson.
Well, they can't afford that.
They can't, but they should try.
Okay, so Lamar Jackson goes to Dallas. Dallas wins the division.
Hands down. Because they got weapons over there. I would trade Prescott. I would trade Ezekiel Elliott for Lamar Jackson.
I think he's a free agent, right?
No, he has no guarantee money. But he's not a free agent. He's playing like a free agent.
He has no guaranteed money. Okay, so he's worthless.
Exactly, but still trade him. Maybe Baltimore will do something Dallas should have done a long time ago and give that fat fucker a release.
Did you say the F word?
I did. I said both. I said fat and I said F word.
Oh my God, Morgan, we got to get you out of here, man. You're losing it.
I'm just saying, Holder.
You are losing it.
I'm just saying. I can't deal with Cowboy fans. There's two things I can't deal with right now in the world. That's Cowboy fans who complain.
Relatives that are Cowboy fans, like close relatives.
My two brothers who are very close with me are Cowgirl fans. Yes, they are. But
wasn't one of them a Vikings fan before?
No, I'm the only Viking fan besides my late grandfather.
So it was just you and the grandfather that were Vikings fans.
Absolutely.
And your brothers have been Cowboys fans.
Them and my father has been Cowboys fans.
Well, the good thing is the Vikings and the Cowboys are not in the same division.
That is true. I also had a brother that likes the Patriots for some odd reason. I don't get it. I don't know.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it.
Oh man, you have a dysfunctional family.
I mean, at least my son. I have my 12-year-old. My 12-year-old son. At least he does like the Eagles. That's somebody better than Dallas.
Well, his uncles could be a big influence. You never know.
I'm gonna make sure of that. No.
He could be a Dallas fan after this season.
And I would choke him out. I would do it.
With that being said, folks, I'm going to let Morgan take us home.
Oh, I really didn't mean choke him out, guys. Please don't think I'm a bad father. I love my kids. With that being said, man, listeners, subscribers, I like to have fun. I like to joke around. But at the same time, I want to be serious. So if you have any suggestions, please, like I said earlier, give us a shout out. We'll give you a shout out to let you know who you was and what you want to talk about. We won't leave you in the dark. With that being said, folks, you already know what it is. Don't let fourth down get you.
All right, with that being said, I'm going to apologize for Morgan's outburst because clearly he hasn't taken his meds today. I'm going to, make sure you guys tune in with us next week. It's going to be a great show because we're talking about two dynamic divisions with a lot going on, especially in the NFC North. So tune in with us next week. With that being said, I'm going to say stay penalty free.